Dear viewers, thank you everybody. Now I am going to tell you about some exceptional rules of changing narration. There are some exceptional rules of changing narration from direct speech to indirect ones. Dear viewers, I am going to tell you about one rule, that is, though the direct speech is written in the interrogative sentence, if it gives the sense of some advice, then we have to change the direct speech into indirect one like this way. Suppose somebody said, Sabina says, Sabina said, why, why don't you, why don't you open a bank account, a bank account? Dear viewers, you see this is an interrogative sentence in the indirect speech. In the direct speech, you see, why don't you open a bank account? This is really uh, an interrogative sentence, but it gives the notions or it gives the idea of some advice. So Sabina is advising me to open a bank account, but I will not use the reporting verb ask here because it is giving some advice. So the indirect narration will be Sabina advised advised me advised me to open a bank account. Open a bank account. Like this way, I can change the direct speech into indirect one. Sabina advised me to open a bank account. Or I may write or say like this way, Sabina advised me that I can use conjunction that here. Sabina advised me that I should open a bank account. I should open a bank account. Dear viewers, you see, this is really interrogative sentence. Sabina advised me to open a bank. This is really interrogative sentence, but giving the sense of advice. So I have changed the repeating verb into advised, and then the I have taken an implied object me because Shabina has given me an advice. So the implied object is me here. Then infinitive construction to open a bank account. Or we also use uh, conjunction that after the implied object, after the object, and then we can write an assertive sentence. So dear viewers, now I am going to tell you about rule, another rule. Suppose only one word can give the sense of the total situation. Sometimes only one word give the sense or expression to the total situations. Suppose direct speech, he said good. He said good. Sorry, he said good. So he said good. This is only one word, good, and it is giving the sense of pleasure, or sometimes satisfaction or delight, etc. So how can we change the narration? Direct speech, indirect speech, indirect speech. So I will take he, and this reporting verb changed into has been changed into exclaimed, 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 and that It was good. I can use the impersonal it as the subject. It was good. It was good. So in this way you can sense this one word that gives the sense of the total situation. So this is the situational expression, and we can use like this way in the indirect speech. And dear viewers, now I am telling you some other rule, that is sometimes though the imperative sentence starts with let us or let's, but it may not give any suggestion or some proposal. It may give some call to action. So how will we change that direct space into indirect one? Please take a look at the whiteboard. He said, he said, let us show our bosses that we are united, that we are united, that we are united. Dear viewers, you see, he said, let us show our bosses that we are united. That means this is not actually any proposal. This is meant to say, or this is meant to say that he wants to uh, encourage his colleagues, or he encourage the workers to make a protest against the bosses. So this is a call to action. In this case, the reporting verb will not be sensed like that of the rules of imperative sentence, but it will be sensed like this way. He said, he asked. In the interrogative sentence, he asked the workers. He asked the workers. You can take the implied objects written here in the indirect speech. He asked the workers to show, or we can use that plus assertive sentence. You also write that they should they should show their bosses. They should show their bosses. They should say their bosses. They should show their bosses. They should show their bosses that they are, you see, we are united. They are united. So in this case, dear viewers, you see we have used ours as the reported space. In the reported space, we have changed the reporting verb into us, and I have taken the implied objects directly written here, and I have used that plus assertive sentence. As usual, we change. As usually, we change the direct space starting with the word let us, and so that they should show their bosses that that is this that, you see, that they were, because it is are here, so the tense has been said were past indefinite and were united. So I think you have a general idea about this. So dear viewers, now I want to give you any other example, that is sometimes there may be any expression that is actually a phrase. So yes, dear viewers, somebody said, suppose he said, what a good idea, what a good idea. Dear viewers, you see, what a good idea. So this is really a phrase, only a phrase. So how can we change it? Indirect speech, as it is giving the sense of satisfaction or pleasure. So uh, he he exclaimed, with joy, or you can write he was with pleasure, or delight. He was with pleasure. He was with pleasure that, and in this case you have to take impersonal it as the subject, that it, and verb to be, generally verb to be is understood or implied here. So the verb to be is changed into was, that it was a good, uh, very good. You may also use very instead of what. Very good idea, very good idea, very good idea. So dear viewers, today in brief I have tried my level best to give some exceptional rules with some examples of how we can change the direct speech into indirect ones of different sentences. And next time I will appear before you with some extraordinary rules of changing narrations, and you will be very clear. You will have the clear notions about narration changing, and you will have no fear of learning English, I think. So till then, wish you best of luck, and thank you everybody.